Gonna make a quick video here on something I discovered while replacing a radio on a Chrysler product. So this is a 2012 Grand Caravan. The CD player, every time I opened the door on this thing, the CD player was trying to eject a CD that was stuck in that CD player. So I have a parts vehicle that contained a radio that was nicer. It was a 2017 van, same body style. But anyway, so I wanted to try something. I wanted to see if I can swap the radio over. And what happened when I first plugged this radio in is I got the security code system. Like I had to put the PIN number in. So I grabbed my scan tool. This is the Autel MS906bt, if you can see that. So grab the scan tool, and I hooked it up. I'm going to walk through the process again with you, so you can kind of see what I did. I went into radio. Oh, hang on. I got to put the, plug this bad boy back in. Let's see here. Turn that on, close the door. Shut up. Okay, so I went into radio. Meanwhile, this screen here is locked at the time. And there's an interesting feature here within the Autel scan tool. So I went into, let me figure this out. Was it special functions? Yes. No, it was not special functions. System check. So right here, you see radio anti-theft override test. So I click this, and it states this vehicle will allow radio functionality without entering the PIN while the tool is connected to the vehicle. So again, at this time, the radio has the PIN code up, it's locked. So I clicked OK. And it states this will put the radio in the dealer test mode. The radio will re-enter the locked state immediately after the tool is disconnected while it is in dealer test mode. So, okay, click that again. Now it's saying radio does not require overwrite. But what it did previously is it unlocked the radio. So here you are, you can see this radio is unlocked. I did not get a PIN code for this. So I unhooked the scan tool. As you saw, I had to hook it up. Shut the car off. Here's the pod, right? That's not hooked up. Shut the car off. I'm going to go disconnect the battery. Because I was thinking, well, maybe the battery needs to be disconnected. Maybe once it loses power, this is just a temporary fix, maybe, right? So no, I disconnected the battery. I'm going to do it here with you. So there you go. Battery, negative cables disconnected. Don't mind the leaks. I just replaced transmission cooler lines on this too. Alright, so go tighten this back up. Battery was disconnected. Juice was gone. So you think maybe disconnecting the battery and taking the power away from the radio might force it back into lock mode. I've seen radios go into lock mode by accident just by killing a battery. But here we are. Unlocked. So there's a feature within the scan tool, within the Autel, that I may have discovered as a hack. Because nowhere in that description did it talk about unlocking the radio. It just said it was going to, or at least not permanently unlocking the radio. It said it was going to put it into like a dealer test mode. So if you've got an Autel scan tool and you have a Chrysler radio, I don't know a lot about these radios, which kind of led me to kind of mess around a little bit here. I don't know much about these radios, but I think this radio is pretty universal as far as technology goes amongst a whole bunch of different makes and models. It's a good thing it's a Dodge. So you still got a Dodge and a Dodge. Well, I'll go flip this over. I mean, you can hear that. We got radio functionality with the key on, key off. I even took the radio and unplugged the radio and the battery, thinking that I was going to accidentally, or thinking I would put this back into a lock state. But as it sits, this thing it's not locked, and I did not put a pin code in. The Autel was able to force it into a dealer mode, and that dealer mode stuck. So thought that was interesting. I figured I'd put that out there, maybe help somebody else that's messing around with junkyard radios. I have the VIN number for this. If I read it on the scan tool, the VIN number comes up as the other vehicle. But sometimes, you get a radio from the junkyard, and the dealer's going to ask you for the old radio's VIN number. And if you have a good scan tool, you should be able to pull that VIN number out. So maybe I should show that too. We'll just make this video longer. Why not? I'm fighting a cold. I don't feel like doing anything crazy today. And today it's like nighttime. You see out the window. It's the end of the day. Yeah, let me go back in here. Maybe this would be good too for people to see. If you need to pull the VIN code out, while the radio was locked, I was able to pull the VIN code out. So we'll go into ECU information. And original VIN. So that's the VIN of the vehicle that the radio came from, the donor vehicle. That's the VIN of the vehicle I've just installed the radio into. So if you need a VIN code and you're going to try to get the pin from the dealer, get yourself a scan tool that can pull that VIN code out, because sometimes you don't have the VIN anymore. You bought the radio from eBay or third party and you just didn't think to get the VIN. That's another alternative to get your VIN. So anyway, hopefully you guys learned something here. I just fixed the AC on this van too. This is another fix and flip. Actually did a solenoid pack on this, was the main job. But getting this one ready to sell and trying to take care of the last couple things, radio, kind of a nice feature to have a radio that doesn't have a CD stuck in it. So I actually got an upgrade. But anyway, yeah, hopefully you guys like that. If you like this content, please go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll continue to make it. Take care. Have a nice day.